is heavy friending. I'm friending you so hard. An alliance slowly forming, like a boner in my heart. So if you wanna fucking friend me, better give me all you got. No, I don't take this lightly, cause it's heavy, heavy friending.
There is an eagle flying. Yeah!
Hey, frienders. Oh my God. It's great to be here with you. It's great to hear my own voice. It's great to hear the silence coming from your end of things. But you know what's the best is to be here with my dear, dear friend, Mr. Joe Barlow, my co-host.
Hi. Wow, what a nice intro. Also, I mean, you say here with.
Yeah.
I'm not here. I'm not there.
Right. Yeah, but you're here. You're like in my ears. So it's the same as usual. It's just I don't see your face, but it's kind of the same.
A lot of people say the visual component I bring is my best quality.
Who says that? I just a specific
Just lots of people are saying
of someone
that.
who says it. Well, one
Everyone's
specific
saying
person who's ever said it. Say one person.
You could read about it in the paper. It's just a lot of people.
Right.
Different
so
people
my
are saying
name
that.
is Laura Lee Bishop. I don't think I said that earlier.
Yeah.
And this
you
podcast
said my name
is,
though.
I did because that's another friendship thing. I put you before me. You know, sometimes
Thank you.
before my own happiness, and I make a lot of sacrifices. So that's friendship.
That's what women, in this world have had to do.
It's actually really true. That's very, very true in a lot of ways. It was really hard for me tonight. I sat there and watched my husband cook dinner, and it was taking him so long, right? And I'm like, dude, can you hurry up? I'm trying to eat. I'm hungry, and I had to wait so long to get dinner. And then he made me a Bloody Mary, and I was like, oh, it's not enough vodka. And it's just, there's a lot that we endure as a gender. So I'm still locked in my house. Latest news. So I didn't tell this on the last podcast. So when we got back from New York, John lost all of his sense of taste and sense of smell.
Your husband, the man you live with.
The man I love, the man I
yeah.
married, and fell in love with. Yeah.
But you put up a strict no kissing policy. I don't know if did we say that?
We haven't said any of this. No one knows any of this.
Great. Because you had a strict no kissing policy.
Yeah. So let's start at the beginning.
But that was before you were married.
That was before we were married. And I'm very religious too. And so there's only certain times of the year we can have sex. And when we do, it's through a hole in a sheet. And you guys already know that.
Does that have to do with
listeners?
The moon cycle or what? Why only certain times of the year?
Well, it's a Satan thing. Mm-hmm. So you know that.
I'm trying to help all of us understand.
Okay. But let's start at the beginning. Okay. So at the beginning.
So you met each other.
First I was born. Okay.
Well, let's go a little before that, maybe 9 months before that.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So 9 months before I was born. Right. So my mom and dad got really drunk.
Oh.
It was during Satan's approved sex time or whatever. All that stuff. So anyway, all right. I had a show in New York. And it was before South by. It was the week before South by.
South by Southwest.
South by Southwest. Thank you, Joe. I always forget. You're a reporter. You're a real journalist. And you remember those things.
I told you before this began, I'm not really going to add much of my own. So I'll just provide details and clarification for you.
I appreciate that. Appreciate it. So yeah, I had a show in New York and I was very excited about it. And I also had South by Southwest coming up right after that show. So I was in heavy duty, I call them contamination procedure lockdown. Okay. Heavy duty. So during that time, usually it's like, watch out, brother. With the mouth kisses, watch out with sharing food and stuff for maybe like a week or so before the show. And then, whatever. This one, I kind of was like 2 weeks before, like, listen, brother, because I got, this show and then I've got South by Southwest and I cannot get sick for this. I just can't. Well, that's 2 weeks before South by and all that stuff was going on. Things were different as we're approaching, the night before we're going to leave for New York, and our flight was super early. It was like, 6 in the morning, 5 in the morning, something like that. We had to get up at like the crack of dawn to get to the airport. Things were a little bit like, I guess things are changing with the coronavirus thing. And then by the time we landed in New York, it was like a whole different world. Like everything had changed. So we ended up getting back. The show got canceled. We got back to Texas. A week after we got back, John loses his sense of taste and sense of smell. And we knew that was a symptom. And so we immediately were like lockdown. I hadn't left the house. I was quarantining myself. And John was just going from our house to work. And his work is just he and his law partners, and they have a pretty big office, so it was pretty spread out.
And they were not kissing at that time.
Well, I don't know.
Okay.
what they were doing, and I actually didn't ask him, so maybe I should see.
Because it would be interesting if it came from his partner.
Oh, yeah.
And they kissed, and then
he gave it to him. Yeah. Well, that would make me a little bit mad, probably.
Well, but in his defense, if you said, "Hey, no kissing," you might have left him with no option. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, got to get it from somewhere. Okay, so we quarantined after that. After we found out about the sense of taste and smell, that evening he got a fever, and so then we were like, all right, he's got it. He never gets sick. We knew he had it. We were sure he had it, right? Mm-hmm. Well, we call the doctor, and they are like, no, he's got a cold. And we're like, no, he doesn't. He has all these symptoms. He's got a dry cough, all that kind of stuff. And they said he had a cold. But we chose to quarantine anyway. We were like, we're not messing around with this. So whatever. So we quarantined for 2 weeks.
So the doctors were like, oh, this is fine. You can like walk around?
Yeah. They were acting like it's no big deal.
That seems irresponsible.
Super. But we were like, this is ridiculous. I think it was just code for we can't test you, but they didn't say quarantine yourself. They didn't say anything of the nature. They were just like, here's some prescriptions. And they also, by the way, the prescriptions were like, shit, I've never been prescribed when I had a cold, like an inhaler and like all this wild stuff. And I was like, okay. Anyway, so we quarantine ourselves. I mean, we're down to our last scraps of food and stuff in this house because we didn't know, we weren't going to be able to go to the store. And then we waited. So we waited a long time after he wasn't having symptoms. He had a very mild situation. It was very, very mild. Just some coughing in the evening and a little bit of a low grade fever, like for 2 or 3 days. And then it was fine. So then we're done quarantining, but I'm still really not going anywhere. And he hasn't really been going anywhere, but he decided he's going to start going to the office again. So he went to the office yesterday, and on the way back home, or when he was going to come back home, he went and got a test for the antibody test. He tested positive. So he had COVID-19 like we thought.
Interesting.
But they had to do because he tested positive for the antibodies. I guess they do a test. They test you then. Mm-hmm. So they did the nose swab test on him. So now we have to quarantine again for 2 days until we find out if it's it could be 2 weeks. They said 2 days to 2 weeks to get the results back if he's active again or whatever. So we just have to wait. Now I've got to quarantine again.
So it's easier to get the antibodies test?
Yeah, it's $45 here in Austin. You can go get the antibody test. I'm going to get one. Well, I'm not going to go now because now I need to make sure that he doesn't have an active virus for me to go do anything. But what I think is that a bunch of us have had it, like a lot. They did in Iceland, they tested, I guess, everyone. And of all the people that were positive, 50% of them had zero symptoms, like nothing, not even like, a headache or anything.
Man, if I went and got the antibody test and they're like, hey, good news, you've already had this, I'd be so happy.
Yeah, you should get it because you have taken your quarantining very, very seriously. And it would maybe ease your mind a bit.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, then I think I would still be freaked out. I wish I could test my grocery store items and just know if they had the virus, and then I wouldn't have to let them sit for 9 days before using them.
Well, I'm not doing any of that. And honestly, I think I just feel like there's no way I haven't had it, right?
It seems like if you're in a house, breathing that air,
I mean, and we were sleeping in the same bed up until we found out he had it. So like for days, he definitely was positive before he showed symptoms, and we were sleeping in the same bed and stuff. I don't see how I didn't get it. So I'm like excited. Like I want to take the test. I'm like, let me go take this thing so I can figure out if I need to like, I'm still sleeping in the guest bedroom. And, especially now that he's like for sure tested positive, I'm like a little bit freaked out because, you know, inside your own home, you have to be like so careful about everything.
Right.
And so I'd like to know, but I'm going to be so bummed if I haven't had it because then now I'm going to freak out even more than I was freaking out, you know?
Yeah. Best case is you've had it already and your body was pretty good at handling it.
And I'm not even sure if John wants me to tell people he had it, but he's been telling everyone. So like, you know what I mean? Like he's telling so many people that, and I feel like everyone has it at this point, right?
Well, I mean, I can censor his name.
That'll
because
help.
I'm editing this episode. So every time I say John, your husband, I would probably leave the part where we say your husband, but
they don't know they don't need to know his name. Yeah.
Yeah. Because then,
John
they can't
Michael
look him
Taylor.
up in the phone book.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I would probably blur. Maybe I'd leave the last name.
Yeah,
Taylor.
well, yeah. So just
Taylor's kind of generic.
Yeah.
Well, and Michael. So maybe just Michael Taylor.
I really hope that you don't plan on actually bleeping this because it's going to be so annoying for you. Bleeping annoys me. It's too much work.
I don't like editing. I edited, the last 2 episodes of the show. So
last 2.
Yeah, Muriel was a big hit.
Okay.
Again.
Okay. I still haven't listened to Muriel.
I feel like you've really been not like listening to a lot of my content.
I know. I didn't see your washing machine video yet. I'm just like, I did
a Tiger King cover song. 'Cause I saw Tiger, now I understand. I saw Tiger and the Tiger saw man.
I've got to catch up on everything. I've just been getting on social media to post, and then I've been working. You know what I mean? Like I haven't been like scrolling and having a good time on it. So tomorrow. I decided. Well, I have a lot of work to do, but I decided
maybe in a few days I'll get around to your. The problem is. It's not something you should like look forward to seeing because it should just be like in your feed. You go, oh, all right.
Yeah.
He got a new washing machine. Great.
Yeah. Although people were posting about it, like my friends were posting about it.
Your friends were posting about it?
Like Sam posted it. And, and then
it's viral.
I think people were talking about it.
I guess I'm viral.
Yeah, don't say that, man. Am I allowed to say that? Like, let me text John and ask him if I'm allowed to say that he has COVID.
Well, at this point, I mean, I'm not going to bleep his name, and we're not starting over.
I know. I don't want to start over either.
So I think you tell him later. You say, hey, by the way, everyone knows you have COVID-19.
I'm just going to say, am I allowed to say you have COVID because I accidentally...
Oh, I accidentally told the entire story.
Yeah.
I think he would be more embarrassed that you had a non-kissing pact for months on end.
It wasn't months, man. It wasn't months. I'm not going to get into our intimacies and stuff, but we're all good, okay? Don't you worry about Laura Lee and Taylor positive for COVID. He just texted back and said HIPAA violation.
Oh no.
Oh, I can't get sued again.
Oh no.
Not again.
So we can hold on now with the antibodies. Can I drink his blood or something and get the
antibodies from him?
Right?
I don't think so, but you could kiss him, get it from him, and then maybe you'd get your own antibodies.
It's through kissing. I didn't know that.
It's a kissing disease. Yeah.
So
for sure. Well, I'm going to say this right now.
Sleeping Beauty.
I'm going on the record with this right now. If I test for these antibodies and I don't have it, then all of y'all who have gotten it are nasty. All of y'all who have gotten it have not been washing your motherfucking hands. Okay. You've been putting your hands in your mouth and in your nose and in your face, and y'all have done some nasty shit. That's all I'm going to say. Cause I'm living in the house with a man who is positive for this shit. Okay. And as far as I know, I don't have it yet. Now, if I test positive, all right, maybe it's luck of the draw, but If I don't test positive, that means that y'all have really must have done something to get this shit. Okay? That's all I'm saying.
Okay. I think if you test positive, you have to apologize to these people now.
No, if I test positive,
disgusting.
no, I said that no, but it's contingent. They're only disgusting. They're them being disgusting is contingent upon me not testing positive. If I test positive, then yeah, it checks out that like it just spreads whatever. But if I don't test positive and I've been living in the house with someone with COVID and had been sleeping in the bed with someone with COVID, and honestly, with the no mouth kissing after our show got canceled, we did mouth kiss. Okay.
Oh, okay. Then
like once or
your
twice.
Antibodies are.
But only like once or twice. And then I was like, oh, no, South by. And I don't trust that you've been washing your hands enough. I know. See, I don't trust people. And I watch it. You know, as you see somebody wash their hands. How long are you supposed to wash your hands, Joe? I know you know because you've talked to me about it.
I know. It's two. I had 2 happy birthdays.
2 happy birthdays. Y'all aren't washing your hands that long. You're not. Okay? You're not. And you're wondering why.
I don't know how, because I watched Dr. Oz teach me how to wash my hands. And I don't see how you're supposed to be able to do all the different moves in just 2 happy birthdays.
That's a great point.
I'm rubbing the backs. I'm rubbing the in between. I'm rubbing the nails.
Always
I'm rubbing the thumb.
I'm always rubbing the in between.
Doing it up and down. If you could see the hand motion I'm doing right now.
Oh God, I wish I could.
See what I do to my thumb.
Oh, I wish I could. I'd love to see that.
You can't. That's the world we live in. This is the podcast now.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm so tired. I'm tired. You know why I'm tired? I want to tell you guys why I'm tired because I want to plug this. I was trying to plug
this
it
before. This show has just become like a plug for you.
That is what it kind of is, part of it, and for you too.
I don't plug. Well, I guess
listen. It's what it should be.
I inadvertently
if you ain't
plugged the washing machine video
and your fucking other thing, your fucking Tiger King shit. So don't give me that shit. All right.
Every time they move, every time they breathe.
Well, it's really just one plug. Follow me on Instagram at Mr. Joe Barlow. That's one thing.
Okay, here goes my one plug for the show, which is when are we putting this episode out?
Next week.
Oh, really?
You think I'm? No.
Why can't we put it out this week?
Hey, if you want to edit it, then you'll have to add some bleeps.
I don't want to edit it. No, I can't. I can't do it. I can't. I truly can't. Well, I was going to plug my show, but now it's too late.
Awesome. Awesome.
It's already happened. I fucking killed it. No, well, actually, we can put a link in there because I have a feeling they'll put it up after it's done. But I'm doing this awesome, amazing live stream event that I cannot believe I was asked to do. I'm on the bill with some of the biggest, like these people have like the Midnight has almost 1 million monthly listeners.
At midnight, yeah. That was, I thought it got canceled.
Okay. The band The Midnight.
Chris
They have so many.
Hardwick?
Anyway, they asked me to play the show. I'm the smallest person on the bill, but I'm super excited about it. There's only 6 of us, I think. So that's
You're pretty tall too. Interesting.
Okay. That's what you're going to contribute to the show? That's what it's
Yeah.
going to be?
Well, when you go into plug mode, I got to go into comedy mode,
Okay. Well, anyway, some of our listeners care about this. Okay. Some of our patrons too.
Okay.
And anyway, it's going to be really fun, but I pre-taped it. It's pre-taped segments and then live interviews. And my pre-taped segment features my dog, Ruger Elizabeth Taylor. And he is like pretty much the star. And he has so many different scenes and he plays 3 different characters, 3 different outfits. He killed it. He's a star. He's a star. I feel like people are going to be knocking down our door after this thing airs.
Yeah, I mean, I want to just watch the video.
I can send it to you because it's done, actually.
Oh, is it? Good job.
Yeah. Yeah. I finished it.
So try and find a live stream that happened in the past, guys.
It'll be probably on the Midnights thing, and I'm going to link it below if it's something that you can watch after the fact. But it's a benefit, COVID-19 relief benefit with the organization Plus One. So plus the word one, like the number symbol 1.org, and you can find out more information about it if you want to donate. And I'll put the link below.
Can you get tested for antibodies before then? Because that would, really make it personal.
Oh, I've been affected by COVID. I have been affected by COVID. Yeah. Even if I don't have it, because God damn it, I've been stuck in my house forever. And this is what makes me mad is that we tried to get tested, You know what I mean? We tried to get tested when he had it and we knew he had it. And now we have to wait for their fucking test to come back way after we know he doesn't have it anymore. Like, that's bullshit. I've been locked in this house for a long time, Joe. I mean, honestly, I pretty much quarantined myself as soon as I got back from New York. That was like over a month ago.
Yeah,
that was
and
exactly a month ago.
I was quarantining before that. So, I mean, we're all with you. We've all been quarantining.
No, there's a difference in quarantining and not. There's a difference in social distancing, like what everyone's doing, and not being able to leave your house for any reason at all.
Oh, you didn't leave your house for any reason?
Well, when he found out he had, when he lost his sense of taste and smell that day, no, I did not leave my house. Neither of us left the house.
Oh.
We're locked in this motherfucker. Now,
I go to the grocery store like once a week, but
we couldn't do that.
I do curbside. They bring it and put it in my trunk. I don't
when
interact with anybody.
Yeah, when he was done with when we knew he didn't have it anymore, but like we were still going to wait the full, like whatever. I got curbside, but yeah, they just put it in my trunk and they didn't even talk to me through the window or anything. So, but that was like, I don't know when it was. I mean, all I'm saying is I haven't left my house and now they're going to make me do that again. I've got merch I need to ship. I can't go to the post office. You know what I mean?
Well, hey.
But you know what? John and I, one of us may not come out of this alive and it's not going to be from COVID. Because I've got...
Kill him.
Yes. Because I had to record vocals today. And this motherfucker opened the door while I'm in the middle of recording and has the nerve to say, I'm going for a walk. I don't know how you do this all day. I want to say, I don't know how you make so much goddamn noise while I'm trying to record.
Nice.
Somebody's not going to make it out of here. I'm just telling you right now.
You have him walking into the room on recording?
Yeah, probably towards the end of the take.
That'd be real fun to hear.
But also have noises like doors slamming, people on their phone with people talking to somebody on speakerphone, Joe. On speakerphone.
You don't want to hold that to your ear. You might get radiation or something.
Yeah. Okay. So I got all kinds of noises on my recordings, not to mention these fucking neighbors over here. I see them all the time with their goddamn dogs. Oh, my God. And now they're home all the time so I can see them during the day, and I just want to throw rocks at their heads.
All right.
Anyway, I got to get out. I got to get out, brother. That's all I'm saying. I got to get out.
Yeah. Maybe some like mindfulness exercises.
Well, you know what? I'll tell you something else. I've been working on this thing. So I haven't done my yoga for like I haven't done my yoga since Easter. So for several days. So I think that's been affecting me because.
You need the yoga at this time.
Yes, I need the yoga. It's really, you should do it with me one day. we don't have to do it like you don't see each other. I just say like, oh, I'm about to do this live stream, the Black Swan Austin. I'll link that below too, so we can give them a little. I've been doing the Black Swan. They do live streams all day. You can donate to the teachers, and it's awesome.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and so they do it on Instagram Live and YouTube and Facebook, and they have different ones throughout the day. Anyway, we can pick a time, and then it's just like nice to know someone else is doing it while you're doing it.
Okay, I mean, if all I have to do is say that I'm going to do it and it'll make you feel better, then yes, I'll be there.
Well, now it won't.
Well, we'll have to work out a time, but I'm sure I'll be there if I say I'm there.
I'm always there when I say I'm there. You know, I'm in a book club right now.
Oh, interesting.
And,
I have a book. I was going to actually ask you if you wanted to do a book club with me.
I would love to do a book club with you.
Tell me about your book club.
Okay, this book club we read The Plague.
Oh no!
By Camus. I don't know how to say his name. Camus. I don't know how to say it. It's spelled Camus.
Don't you want to escape?
The French. Oh, okay. Well, I can't really go into why that's the book we're reading because I can't. I'll just say that's the book we're reading, and I read it. Okay. Now we were supposed to meet last week to discuss it. What happens? We had to reschedule, so we reschedule for later in the week. What happens? Reschedule. This is the third one we've done today. I'm like, all right, guys, are we fucking doing this or what? What's the deal? Mm-hmm. Plus, I fucking finished the thing last week. I'm like,
sounds like some people didn't read the book.
Well, everybody's got schedule. Everybody's acting like they're so busy. I'm like, y'all ain't that fucking busy, okay? We all know you're not that busy, all right? We all are in the same boat here that we've got a kind of flexible schedule at this point, all right? So we schedule it. I'm like, are we doing it? What's the deal? Because you know what? I had to get dressed and shit because I'm not going to go on here with these people. Some of these people are my work peers. I can't go on there looking like shit. I need to look good. So I get on when they say, yeah, we're going, we're doing it. So I get on there. I'm waiting. I'm the first one to arrive. Of course, I'm punctual. I'm a professional. And the one other dude gets on. So it's just the two of us. The
Oh, I
other
hate
dudes
that.
get the other guy's got the time zone wrong. The other guy's fucking can't do it because of something else. And it's just the two of us sitting there looking at each other like a couple idiots. We don't even fucking know each other. So I'm talking to some man I don't know for like 20 minutes. And then finally we're like, fuck it, whatever. And then the guy was like, so then the other guy who got the time zone wrong was like, hey, well, you guys just want to hang out on video chat on Friday? And I'm like, yeah, okay. But you know what? I really wonder if that's going to happen, Joe. All right. So I'd love to start a book club with you because I read a book that I didn't want to read, mind you. It's depressing and sad and unnerving.
Yeah, that's why I said don't. That's the opposite.
And exactly. And I didn't even get to discuss it with anyone. So yeah, let's do our own.
Okay, let me tell you about my book club. Okay,
All right.
This is Joe's book club.
Well, if I'm in it, it's not going to be
Featuring
called
Laura.
Joe's.
Well, it's
No,
Joe's
that's
book
we're not.
club.
There's no featuring anymore in my life. No
Laura.
more.
So here's that's good. So here's the thing, and I've done this before, and it's like the most fun way to read a biography of someone.
Okay.
So I did this with Walt Disney, and I did it with Stanley Kubrick. And you read the biography.
Man, I wish you hadn't read those yet because those are two.
No,
I
those
would
were
like to
great.
read.
But then as you read, you get to the point in Disney's where he makes Snow White.
Hell
and you
yeah!
watch Snow White.
I love this. I love
It's
it.
so fun because it's like it keeps the reading interesting. It's like getting a behind the scenes,
Yes.
DVD feature.
Yes.
And it's interactive. And I mean, honestly, the Disney one would be perfect if you had Disney Plus because now all that stuff's on there. But, back when I did it, I had to rent the video from the library and do it that way. But so the author or the book, the biography I have now.
What is it?
I mean, we could do a different one if you don't
Okay.
like this.
Okay.
But I just bought on my Kindle the Alfred Hitchcock.
I would love
biography.
to read that. He's a freaking freak too, man. He was a
Yeah.
weird sex freak with those fucking actresses.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. This one is like, I think 600 pages or something.
Oh.
So hopefully
We
he
have to
would.
break it up.
Well, that's the beauty of watching movies. I mean, you get to a stopping point and you go, hey, we got to watch The Birds now.
Should we open this up to listeners?
Honestly, I was thinking about like putting it out there and seeing if anyone would be interested in it.
Yeah.
And I'm fine with that, but I didn't really want to wait too long. So,
Yeah,
maybe we
yeah.
could wait till like
The episode
know.
comes out.
give them a few days after that.
Okay.
But I'd be
Yeah.
fine with that because I want to watch all those Hitchcock movies.
Yeah.
And let me pull up the name of the book. You
Okay.
can stall.
All right, guys. How you doing out there? Let's check in with each other because we're all hurting. We're all struggling. We're all anxious. We're all gaining weight. And probably getting just like more unhealthy as the days go by. So let's check in. How are you doing? Touch yourself. Touch yourself. Feel yourself.
Good. Keep going. I
Touch
don't
your body.
really use the Kindle that much, so I have to figure out how to
Right.
do this stuff.
Don't go fast though. Go slow. Slowly touch yourself. Okay? And how does that feel? How do you feel? Remember you. Okay? Remember you. Remember sensation. Remember touch, what it felt like. Remember what it felt like to be touched? Do you remember that?
No, I don't. I wish I did.
I don't know what it feels like either, and I am living in the house with my husband.
Well, you have
It's
a weird.
sad.
You have a weird no touching policy.
Right now, with the COVID boy.
Why is this light not? Oh, I took the light bulb out. I ran out of light bulbs. There's no
Oh
light
my
bulb. I
God.
can't
Are
read
you
this.
serious?
Oh, it's called The Dark Side of Genius.
Interesting.
The Life of Alfred Hitchcock.
The dark side of genius. Ooh, see, yeah, he is crazy, huh?
And
I've
it's
seen him.
on it's on Kindle. It was $3.
I have seen a bunch of Hitchcock movies.
Me too. And I kind of wanted to do this because I really like the Hitchcock movies I've seen, and I kind of wanted to watch them again.
Mm-hmm.
But I was also like, I haven't seen, every Hitchcock movie, so let's
Yeah.
just do it chronological.
The dark side of genius. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's a long one.
You want the author? I think it's supposed to be 600
No, I
pages.
see it. Donald
Donald
by
Spotto.
Donald I was going to say Spoto, but we have different pronunciation. So y'all Spoto, Spoto, whatever you want to go with.
Maybe we could get, I don't know if Donald's alive or what his deal is, but he'd be a great guest after we finish the book.
He would
Or maybe
be.
before we start the book.
Yeah, let's contact him and let's ask him what his deal is. I want to know what his deal is.
Well, and yeah, it would be fun before because we could be like, hey, what should we prepare ourselves for?
He's written a bunch of biographies.
And we could ask him how to pronounce his name.
Yeah. Well, you know what I was thinking that I do that I don't like? And this is why it's kind of good to do like book clubs and stuff like that, is that when I get anxious, I re-watch and reread the same things because I know that they'll comfort me.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And I get like in a rut that way where I just like don't force myself. I'll see the same fucking thing like 100 times or read the same book again. And I don't want to do that. So, but I definitely don't want to read The Plague, which by the way, it's just so you guys know, it's an interesting read because it is exactly the same as what's happening right now. It's really crazy. And I think it was written in like the 40s. So
that's exactly why I would not want to read that.
I would have loved to discuss it with everyone today after having to read it. But, it is what it is. I guess we're all having beers on Friday and we're not talking about the book.
I mean, I'm telling you, no one read that book. You and that other guy.
I'm the only one who read it. Oh my God.
Or maybe the other guy read part of it and he's like, oh, I could probably BS my way through it.
The other guy didn't even want to talk about the book with me though. Like he was very much like, as soon as it started,
okay,
we don't know each other. We don't know each other, but as soon as it started, he was like, I have to leave at 2:30. I'm like, and it's like 2:10. Like, okay.
That's why he was early. He was like, I got a hard out.
I know. I'm like, Jesus Christ, what's happening? I read this fucking book. No one wants to talk about it with me. No one. Anyway, if anyone out there has read the book listening, drop me an email, please, heavyfriending@gmail.com and talk to me about this goddamn book.
And
we'll discuss it with me.
Also, email us if you want to join the Joe Barlow book club
it's the
featuring Laura.
The Heavy Friending Book Club is what it's
not
called.
Heavy Friending. It was me. I was doing it on my own.
But now you're doing it with me and with them. So now it's Heavy Friending. That's what it is. That's what happens in this life. Things change. And you need to learn that real quick and in a hurry with the situation we're in right now. Okay?
You know how I think there was a show called Alfred Hitchcock Presents.
Yes.
So what if it's Joe Barlow presents the Heavy Friending Book Club?
I'll allow it.
Okay, great.
Forward by Laura Lee Bishop, afterward by Laura Lee Bishop.
We should
and before everyone, I read a forward and an afterward.
Here's an idea. Okay. And this is a fundraiser and it's a fun raiser. Okay.
That's never been used before.
Because when you read a book, what do you need?
Eyes.
No.
Okay.
You know what you need?
Cognitive ability.
Well, true. But you know what you really need?
What?
A bookmark to remember what page you're on.
Oh, okay.
So we sell Joe Barlow Presents the Heavy Friending Book Club bookmarks.
Are they called bookmarks or bookmarkers?
Well, I think I call them a bookmark.
A bookmark. Okay. So, sometimes you hear a word and you're like, wait, what is that word? And it's like you've never heard, you know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, cool.
I think it's probably the isolation, but
yeah, things are happening. Okay.
So not only are they bookmarks, they're kissed by a guy who has antibodies in his system. So then you kiss that Joe Barlow Presents Heavy Friending Book Club.
No, but this is fucked up because it's contingent upon me making my husband kiss a bunch of bookmarks.
Why is that fucked up? It's for charity.
And you're gonna have, and it's gonna say Joe Barlow Presents. No, because then I'm presenting it because I'm presenting you with my husband's kiss, and without his kiss, you don't get the antibodies.
No, we can say featuring
Joe
John
Barlow
John Michael Taylor's antibody lips. That's
Joe
fair.
Barlow Presents the Heavy Friending Book Club presents bookmarker presented by Primo or Laura Lee Bishop, featuring a kiss from
name withheld for HIPAA reasons. I think it's good. That's going to take up a real good chunk of the bookmark. But
It's going to be a book into itself, this bookmarker.
we just need to find a price point. I mean, we could no, I think
I'd
all
say
the
like
money
10
should
bucks,
go to
right?
Yeah, and all the money should go to a charity.
No, we need the money. We don't make any money on this podcast. Here's another thing. See, I feel more free that I can, it's like I've forgotten that some of our listeners are now like people who listen to my music, but I don't care anymore. I have this other collab where he wants to put the song out for free. And I'm like, we spent all this money to have it mixed and mastered. I spent so much time and energy on it. Why should I give it away for free? Like, why? What's the purpose? Why don't I deserve to get paid for my fucking work?
What do you mean? What do you mean by free? Like I could
He's
download
like, we should just
an
do,
MP3?
yeah, we should just do it as free on Bandcamp since, just it's a single. I'm like, what does it matter that it's a single? We fucking paid to have it mixed and mastered. I spent hours on it, and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. Why would I just give it away for free? I don't understand that concept.
Well,
Everyone needs to make money out here. We all need to be making money. To say I make money, that's a huge overstatement. To say I don't make money is an understatement. I'm in the red, y'all. I need to make some coin. Okay.
Yeah. You need to get stimulated.
I do.
That's the, I feel like if your song is on Spotify, you wouldn't also need to like give it away for free.
Exactly. That is giving it
Spotify's
away for
kind of
free.
like free. It's like you can listen to it whenever you want.
And then you sell it, and the people who buy it, like on Bandcamp, those are the people who are like, I liked this song and I want to support you. And they are trying to, they buy it because they want to like show you some love, and then they just listen on Spotify, basically. It's like a glorified fucking Patreon, essentially.
Right.
I mean, I don't want to give it away for free.
Maybe you could give it away for free if you tried to upsell them. You say, hey, we're giving away this song for free, but feel free to
bookmarker.
Go buy some bookmarks. It was kissed by an antibody king.
Antibody boy. Yeah. So, God, sweet. You thought we weren't going to have anything to talk about, but God, I feel like I could talk to you all night. I feel like
we
I
haven't
have so
talked,
much.
in a long time.
Has it been a long time?
It's been a long time, and I think time feels both longer and shorter. Mm-hmm. Do you get that sense?
Well, I feel like this has always been our life, and it's also only been our life for a second. So yes.
Yeah, I feel like the days sometimes like the day goes by fast, and then if I look back, I'm like,
and the nights are long.
The nights are long and cold. No, I'm so jealous of anyone who has like a roommate or a balcony or a yard or anything, because
if you want to come over here and get you some antibodies, boy, come on down.
Well, I'll probably quality control the bookmarks. Make sure they're up to Joe Barlow presenting standards.
Yeah. Every now and then, with the way that we're podcasting this. Oh, so just so the listeners know, we're not in the same place. We are doing this remotely.
I think I said that, but yeah.
Okay. And it's over and the internet, and my internet is garbage. And every now and then, while I'm listening, Joe's voice goes really slow, and then it speeds up really fast, and it scares me.
Oh, that's not your internet.
What do you mean? Oh.
That's
do you
just
see how slow I am right now? I'm like so slow on things because I haven't been sleeping.
I thought you were very quick. You came in hot.
No, I came in hot. I mean, like my cognitive, like my ability to process things. Like I'm talking very quickly, but I guess what I mean is when you're
there's nothing going on up there.
Yeah, there's like a ping pong ball bouncing back and forth and to and fro inside.
And I think you just said ping pong Paul.
I may have. Also, I feel like I have to state this whenever this is happening in my life. I always say it on the podcast. I'm also on my period.
Oh.
And you know how it is. You know how it is.
I know how it is with you. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot goes on with me. A lot. Oh, man. Up and down and round. Like a ping pong ball.
Nice. I'd like to introduce Ping Pong Paul to Bookmark.
Yeah.
Is
they
that
really
funny?
hit it off. I don't know. Man. I don't know what's funny anymore. Hit it off the old, what's the racket? What's it called? Paddle. Okay. Anyway, you guys want to do the book club? Let us know. Email us. And we can all we can separate into sections, and I think we should Zoom or whatever and get on there and talk about it. I want to talk to somebody about these fucking books. I don't want to be reading these fucking books and I'm not talking about them with anybody. The whole point of a book club is that you then discuss the book.
I read John Adams's biography after reading George Washington's, and there was too much overlap.
I don't want to
boring.
read. That's one I don't want to read. I
Well,
don't want to
that's my
read
own
anything
thing.
about like these old historical people. I find zero interest in any of that because the whole time I'm reading it, I'm thinking you own slaves and you're a racist piece of shit. So everything else is like moot to me.
John Adams did not own slaves.
He was racist. I promise.
I mean, he
promise
might
he
have
was
been racist, but he was. I mean, compared to other
Compared
people,
to everybody else,
he's
yeah,
very
sure,
not
but
racist.
still, it doesn't matter to me, man.
He
Racist,
was,
racist is a racist in my book. All right.
I don't. I mean, I don't remember specific instances of racism.
That's another thing. You ever go to a museum and you see all these fucking paintings? Like when I was in Italy, all these paintings of like old royalty people and shit. Everyone was so ugly or everyone was so bad at painting. One or the other.
Wow, and they can't be bad at paint. You would assume,
Like it's fucking like Michelangelo and shit.
yeah.
Like
If it's royalty,
these people were so ugly. What we were as a race of people, we were so fucking ugly, man. Ugly.
Yeah, but also, I mean, a lot of royalty was like inbred, right?
Yeah, maybe that's it. I don't know. But even like the Mona Lisa, that bitch ain't good looking. She's not like busted like some of those paintings, but she doesn't look good either.
I think she looks kind of good
I don't think so. I wouldn't hit it.
because she's definitely not as like high class. I don't think as like a royal.
As those big fat plump ones with their white faces and their rosy cheeks and their crooked noses.
Yeah, I
those
think
ladies are ugly. Oh my God.
They're trying too hard. Mona Lisa's very natural, I think.
Yeah, but she's still not great looking.
Well,
I can't say what I think. I can't say anything anymore in this world, but damn, she's not. She's not
you've
good
already
looking.
said enough. What else do you want to say about Mona Lisa's looks?
Oh God.
The book. No one's joining our book club,
No, they're not. But we got each other, man. That's all right.
guys. Thanks so much for listening to the podcast.
Yes, thank you. This may be the first time you've ever wound it down.
I think it absolutely is because I'm the one who's editing this one.
Isn't it interesting? Isn't it interesting how the tables turn? Oh, we didn't talk about Patreon, but you guys can visit us. Patreon.com/heavyfriending if you want to become a patron. We have special little gifts you get if you become a patron of our wonderful program here, Heavy Friending.
Yeah, if you got a stimulus check,
Please help us out because we're struggling over here. All right, I'm making peanuts. All right, peanuts. I got beer to buy. Thank you guys so much for listening. This has been Heavy Friending. Oh my God, that may be the first time I've ever sneezed and it been recorded on the
in
podcast.
your life. Oh,
Wow, it felt like an orgasm. Don't people say that?
who says that?